champions, welcome to Diksha Karnataka YouTube channel, and as you know, your second PUC blueprint for 2026-27 is out. Yes, this is the latest blueprint that we are talking about, and if you look into this, it is basically talking about all the chapters of your second PUC, and we are going to see what is the, so it is 2026-27. Okay, 26-27 second PUC blueprint. So this is the latest blueprint, and we will see what is the chapter wise weightage and if anything has changed from your previous year blueprint or not, and what could be the possible number of questions that might come from this chapter. So each and every chapter we will start with electric charges and fields. As you can see, so number of teaching hours is for the teachers that are going to teach in your college, and the marks is important. So marks, 11 marks is going to come from electric charges and field. Now here if you see that here it is mentioned that number of questions in the one marker section, by the way, they have not specified like how many MCQs, how many fill in the blanks, but one thing that I am going to tell you, that if one is mentioned, if number 1 is mentioned, definitely it is going to be MCQ. Okay, if one number means there will be only MCQ. If 2 is mentioned in some cases, there means either both of them will be MCQ or one of them will be fill in the blanks. Okay, because we will see that in the analysis part, don't worry. So the first part is very important, that if 1 is mentioned, that means it will be an MCQ question. Now in the 2 marker section, very easy. 2 marker, as you know, either 2 marker question or small numerical question do come from some of the chapters. So 1 2 marker question will be there, 1 3 marker question will be there, and 1 5 marker question will be there. Again, in the 5 marker section, there is no differentiation between a 5 marker derivation and 5 marker numerical. So electric charges and field, you can expect either a derivation or a numerical. Both are possible from this chapter. Okay, and if you want to download this blueprint, what you need to do, you need to visit the student portal by your Karnataka Education Department. You can search Karnataka Education Department student portal, and there you will find the latest model papers, latest question bank, and latest blueprint as well. Okay, in terms of model paper, I did not see too much changed. In terms of question bank, it is same as last year, but they have just changed the year and they are repeating the same question bank. Okay, but they do have added 2 more extra paper. I need to check whether those papers are the previous year's practice papers or they have actually done something in it or not. But in terms of blueprint, it is same as last year, but there you have to be careful about the blueprint. I will tell you where you need to be careful about, don't worry. Now let's move on to the next chapter. So the mystery is over. The mystery that you are waiting for, that sir, is there any change from last year 25-26? No, there is no change. 26-27 blueprint is same as 25-26. Okay, the blueprint wise there is no major change. Okay, electrostatic potential and capacitance, 11 marks, it was same last year also, and 1 MCQ question. What else you can get? 1 2 marker, 1 3 marker, and 1 5 marker. Now again, so these 2 chapters, I just want to add one thing. Okay, these 2 chapters combined, okay, electric charges and field and electrostatic potential and capacitance, these 2 chapters combined, 1 derivation and 1 numerical will be there. Okay, so 1 derivation, 1 numerical will be there from the first 2 chapters. So if numerical question is from the first chapter, derivation will be from the second chapter. If derivation is from the first chapter, numerical will be from the second chapter. Now based on the trend, this is not guaranteed. From my previous year's experiences, I am telling you that this year most likely, this is not 100% guaranteed, but most likely numerical question will be there from electric charges and fields, and derivation will be there from the electrostatic potential and capacitance. That is what my experience is telling me, but I can be wrong. They might flip it. It happened in the past one or twice. Generally they follow the pattern that numerical derivation, derivation numerical, numerical derivation, derivation numerical, like that. Okay, so if derivation from last year 2026 paper, from first chapter there was a derivation and numerical question was from the second chapter. If you go 2024 paper, okay, the derivation was from the first chapter, derivation was from the second chapter and numerical question from the first chapter, like that. Okay, 2025 derivation came from the potential chapter and numerical came from the electric charges chapter. Okay, so this pattern generally repeats every alternate year. So if numerical question came from this chapter this year, then next year there will be theory question from this chapter. That's what the pattern they follow. But that have changed in certain years. Suddenly they change the pattern, and that might be the case. So you have to be prepared, and the thing that I am talking about is the first paper only. There are 2 exams you can appear. Okay, second paper is very difficult to guess. First paper somewhat can be still guessable. Okay, now current electricity, the third chapter, one of the most important chapter for your KCET preparation as well as your PU preparation. If you see that total 13 marks is there, so this is the highest weighted chapter of your second PUC, and here you are going to get 1 MCQ, 1 2 marker and 2 5 marker. 2 5 marker means what? 2 5 marker means definitely 1 derivation plus 1 numerical. This is guaranteed. From this chapter, this much is guaranteed year after year. 1 derivation, 1 numerical is coming every year, and that will be coming this year as well. So there will be 1 derivation, 1 numerical. Now, with the caution that the numerical from this chapter can be tricky if you are not practicing well enough. Okay, if you are practicing, if you are following my lecture in my channel, definitely you will be ready. But if you are not doing that, you are waiting for your exams to come, then you are falling behind and you might be late by the time you are actually studying this chapter. So be very careful about current electricity. This is the most important chapter, very much scoreable, but you have to practice a lot to score all the 13 marks from this chapter, right? So this is one. Second is moving charges and magnetism, another super important chapter. So 11 marks is allocated from that. Okay, 1 MCQ, 1 2 marker, 1 3 marker, and 1 generally from this chapter we see 1 derivation. Okay, 1 question generally be derivation from this chapter. Numerical questions if coming, that might be asked as a 3 marker small derivation, small numerical. Okay, now magnetism and matter, another small chapter. So magnetism and matter, as you can see, the one important part is that there are 2 short questions from this chapter. So even though chapter is short, small, 5 mark is only there, but 2 questions are there. So either both of them will be MCQs or 1 MCQ, 1 fill in the blanks. Okay, and 1 3 marker question is there from moving from the magnetism and matter chapter. Electromagnetic induction, if you go to the chapter number 6, electromagnetic induction, here you will see that 7 marks are allocated for this, and here you will get 2 again. 2 in the objective section means 1 MCQ, 1 fill in the blanks, or both MCQs. Okay, why I am saying both MCQs, I will explain it once entire paper is discussed. Okay, now if you see that 2 marker section, 1 2 marker, 1 3 marker, total weightage of this chapter 7, very easy, easily scoreable 7 marks from this chapter if you prepare it properly, right? Now alternating current, another super duper important chapter of your second PU, even though only the weightage is 7, but here you are going to get a guaranteed numerical question which can be solved easily without much difficulty. So that means a 5 mark numerical is guaranteed if you study all the numericals from alternating current. Okay, here also you are going to get 2 objective questions. There is no 2 marker, no 3 marker from this chapter at all. Okay, next let's move on with electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves, if you see here, only 3 marker. This is one of the shortest chapter, and still you can get 3 marks from here. 1 marker and 1 2 marker question. That's it. No fill in the blanks. Only MCQ will come from this chapter. Next, ray optics and optical instrument. This is the another high weighted chapter of your second PUC. So here, if you see that 10 mark is there, 10 mark is a lot, right? Here you are going to get 2 questions as objective, 1 3 marker and 1 5 marker. Okay, 1 5 marker. I'm come to this. Just a second. I will come to that. Next is wave optics. In the wave optics section, total marks is 7 marks, 2 objectives and 1 5 marker. Nothing in between. Now here, between these 2 chapters, you are going to get 1 derivation and 1 numerical. Okay, so if numerical question is coming from ray optics, a derivation will be asked from wave optics, and if numerical question is coming from wave optics, derivation will be asked from ray optics. So vice versa. So last 2026 paper, numerical question was asked from wave optics, and your derivation was there from ray optics. So it can reverse this year. That's what I am expecting. Generally, that's what happened. But again, this can be unpredictable if you are not this portion is completely unpredictable. Generally, first 2 chapters is still somewhat predictable, but here it is completely unpredictable. Generally, they change the 5 marker question between wave optics and dual nature of radiation and matter, but this year they have kept the same pattern as 2026. So that is one interesting point. So maybe this year numerical will be from ray optics and theory question will be from wave optics. Who knows, right? After this year, we will be able to predict if the same pattern happens next year as well. Dual nature of radiation matter, 5 mark, 2 objective and 1 3 marker. That's it, nothing else. In atoms chapter, only 3 mark is there, 1 marker and 1 2 marker. In nuclear chapter, only 4 marks is there, 1 marker and 1 3 marker. So combining these 2 chapters together, you are going to get 7 marks. And semiconductor electronics, another important chapter, because 8 marks, out of this 8 marks, there is a 1 5 marker derivation guaranteed from this chapter, and generally that derivation is predictable. 3 derivations are there in this chapter. Out of that, 2 generally repeats almost every year. So those 2 derivations and 1 backup derivation, if you do, you are definitely going to get this 8 marks for sure. So here 1 MCQ, 1 2 marker and 1 derivation that is going to come from this chapter. Now why I am saying that if 2 is mentioned, it is not guaranteed that 1 MCQ, 1 fill in the blanks. That is because if you count how many 2s are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? 6 2 marker sections are there. So in the MCQ section, MCQ plus fill in the blanks, you are going to get 6 chapters where 2 questions are coming. Now we know that there will be only 5 fill in the blanks. So out of these 6 chapters, there will be only 5 chapters where you are going to get fill in the blanks. Remaining the chapter, 1 chapter, both questions will be MCQs. Now we obviously do not know from which chapter the MCQs will be there, but fill in the blanks will be obviously from these 6 chapters. So if you practice fill in the blanks from these 6 chapters, you are good to go. But remember one very important thing, this is the final blueprint. So that is for your final exam. Okay, this blueprint will not be followed for your upcoming half yearly as well as in your FA2. This blueprint will be followed somewhat partially, 80 to 90% for your pre-board exam. So that is super important. So for your pre-board exam, you can expect questions will be following this blueprint, but in your midterm paper as well as your FA2, this blueprint pattern will not be followed. Right? So this is the end of today's session. Obviously, if you liked this session, you give me a thumbs up, and if you want more videos on blueprint analysis as well as your model question paper analysis, then do mention a comment below. I will try to add that in our future videos. But yes, if you are watching this for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I'll be back with more videos, more informative videos in future. Till then, bye.